assortment of eclectic, 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 ASMR. There we go. We're gonna get through a video one day with a perfect trace. Anyway, hello. It is finally cold out. This isn't something that I need to be excited for, but it's just like the first day that we've had in a long time where it's been like cold and there's like the tiniest little bit of snow that came down, and at first I thought it was just frost, but it had to have fallen at some point during the night because it's like all of it, it's like a thin cover. So it's kind of like winter has finally arrived, even though it's January 5th, which is like weird. But anyway, this might be a quicker video. I've just got like a few things to say at the beginning, and then I'll do like a little bit of a trigger thing, kind of a fun little thing that I thought I'd do. And then just because I've got like some errands to run today. So the first thing is that we are somehow past 300 subscribers. So Trigger Word Tuesday is coming early. Instead of on the 15th, like I said in the community post, we're going to be doing it on the 9th, which I feel is fairly appropriate in terms of like the fact that I got 50 subscribers in, I think it was less than 24 hours, if not in 24 hours. It was wild. So thank you. You're all wonderful. So I'm gonna do that. If all of the trigger words do not get included, and then I put up another post, we'll have to see how that works, just because I was writing them down and there's a lot of trigger words, so I might not post one for the 15th and just use like some of the leftover trigger words. And like if comments keep rolling in, then I will definitely like add those onto the one that's gonna happen on the 15th, and then I'll do a community post for like the next time. So there's that. I might do a poll to see if Trigger Word Tuesday is just gonna be every week. I can manage it. The videos might be slightly shorter, but you get more of them, so I feel like that's an okay trade-off, but we'll have to see just exactly how that works. So today, this video, what is it going to be? Well, I noticed I'm also doing way better with my rambling. I haven't talked about the setup, which actually, by the way, I'm still at the desk setup just because I need to find like a platform for my laptop to rest on my bed, because I tried filming one video. There was, I forget which, there was one video that the sound from the fan of my laptop was like awful, and then I tried to film another one a while ago, this is, and the sound from the fan was just like too much. So we're gonna find a different way to do the setup where you're on my bed and looking up at the corner. Probably it's just gonna be me finding like probably one of my D&D books, honestly, that I'll just put flat, so that the fan can rest on like a hard surface, because I know it doesn't like resting on the covers where the fan exit gets covered up. So that's the reason why we are in this setup today, and why this setup remains like a mainstay. The other nice thing is that I don't have to use the ring light, because I just have the color changing lights here. So you know, little things, but we embrace imperfection. Embrace imperfection, please, because you're imperfect, and that's beautiful. So what are we doing this episode? Well, this episode we're going to be talking about tea. This actually smells not too bad. The reason why we're talking about this is simply because the tapping sounds on this thing insane. Like even just the fingertip tapping. I just love the tapping sounds that this thing has going for it. If they're too loud when I do it with my nails, there, I'll just kind of go softer. With it. So, hopefully it's in frame here. So this is, you probably can read, I'll just put it a little bit closer. This is the David's Tea 10th anniversary fan favorite collection box. So, why do I have this thing out? Well, I finally finished this thing because I've had this for 5 years probably. David's Tea doesn't even have brick and mortar locations anymore. They're just like an online retailer. I think they're Canadian, by the way. If you want to support a Canadian business, hopefully they ship to the US. Why wouldn't they though? But this is the Fan Faves collection. Now, this collection I bought at I guess Nothing But Love. I don't know which one it is. You can see Fan Faves and then Nothing But Love. And there's the little 10th anniversary collection that they've got on there. So I finished this the other day because there were 4 left that I'm not a huge fan of. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try them all. And I did. And it's gone now. They're empty. I love these little tea collections from David's Tea because you get, like, I'll show you. You get 10 of these little tea, 10 of these little tea tins, 10 of these little tea tins. Let's see. 10 of these little tea tins, 10 of these little tea tins. This one is for the tea Forever Nuts, which is a very good tea, by the way. Wow, my mic, you can just barely, you can't even see it. So, they are just like a little tea. It's not quite a sample. I find that if you're smart, you can get 2 cups of tea out of this if you steep it for a little bit longer. But like, I don't know, stretch your dollar, come on. So you get like 20 cups of tea out of this box, and they do collections like this all the time. I think that they're down to like, or well, maybe no, because this is 10 of them, so I think they're at around 12 teas, and they cost like $26. But this is the box that got me into tea, actually, and this I got at an outlet mall location. Because I think I actually got this box on like their 11th year of operations, but it was just at the outlet mall, and it was their 10th anniversary collection. And I was like, I thought it's been out for longer, but I got it, and I got this for $10. So it's literally it's even a pretty good amount, like for $26. It's not bad, especially if you want to get a feel for what David's tea has. The value decreases as you figure out what you like and you don't like, though, just because you learn, like, well, I don't like that tea versus the other tea. Also got a really nice matte texture. So I'm going to read to you the teas that come in this box and which ones I like the best. This is a pretty good box, though. Like, I would recommend, like, if you're looking for, like, to put together something, or if there's like a set with some of these teas in it, I'd say that they're all pretty solid. Minus one, but it's just like a me thing. But yeah, basically, I'll just read off all of the teas and kind of their flavor profile. Some of them I don't remember that well, just because I tried them many years ago. But I'll try my best while I do some tapping. So the first tea. The other reason I made this video is because there were a few people who requested the trigger word tea. So get a little bit of extra tea. What's the tea? So the first tea in this collection is a white tea. And it's Buddha's blend. And it's got jasmine pearls, white hibiscus blossoms, and of course white tea in it. This one is a really good cup of tea. It's really mild, slightly sweet, slightly floral as well. It's just fantastic. I love this tea. It's not one I have to be in the mood for it. I would say Buddha's blend, I would have to be in the mood for it, but I enjoy it. I don't know, like, it's just a very mild tea, like you'd offer it to a person who just likes a very plain cup of tea, and they would probably end up liking it. The next is a green tea, and this has to be like in my top 5 David's teas, and it's green passion fruit. This one has pineapple, green tea, black currants, cornflower petals, calendula petals, safflowers, and passion fruit. This tea, green passion fruit, is a much sweeter tea, but it's not necessarily like full-on fruit infusion flavor. It's definitely more of a, like, it's a milder kind of fruit flavor, where that pineapple is doing a lot of the work for sure, but it's still got like a nice smooth green tea flavor. This one is a perfect iced tea. I make this one, like, I have bags of green passion fruit. They offer little cold brew sachets, which I use to make a lot of people in my family make fun of me for it, but I don't know why. I just find it too strong, and it's not even like the feeling of it. It's just the flavor. I don't know. Like, I can't do peppermint tea. I can't do mint tea. North African mint is definitely mild, but it's still a lot for me. I liked the flavor of it. It's fine, but it's still just a bit too, like, punchy. And I would prefer, like, Avita tea. Avita tea is really, really good with that same sort of good, calming throat flavor. It's not in this box, but Headache Halo. Headache Halo is also a really good tea that is also really good for your sinuses in your head, but it's not like kind of flavor. North African mint is a green tea, a green tea, a green tea, a green tea with green tea, ginger, peppermint, cardamom, licorice root, fennel, clove, and black pepper. It's good. My mom loves North African mint. She's a very big peppermint tea person, and she loves this. So if you're a mint tea fan, I would say North African mint would be your game. Now here's the only one in this collection that I didn't really enjoy, and that is the Guangzhou milk oolong tea. The Guangzhou milk oolong tea, which is an oolong tea. It's got Chinese oolong tea from Fujian province. I can't get into oolong tea. I don't know why. I don't like the aftertaste of it. I've tried so many oolong teas in my life. My poor aunt, she brings like oolong tea from her trips to my Vietnamese aunt. She'll bring home tea from like trips to China, and every time I'm like, I'll try it, but I don't know if I'll like it, and I generally don't. This one, from her perspective, this Guangzhou milk oolong from David's Tea maybe isn't the best oolong tea that she's ever had, but of course I'm not an expert on it, so try it if you like oolong. She said it was pretty basic, pretty blah, so I guess that is maybe it's a better endorsement than I would give for it. The next one is again in my top 5, and that is cream of Earl Grey. Cream of Earl Grey. I love this tea. It's so fantastic. It's a black tea. And it is such a good black tea. You don't want to brew it too strong. If you brew it too strong, regret will probably be the name of the day, because it's too strong when it's too strong, but it tastes so good. The next one, cream of Earl Grey has black tea, of course, cornflower marigolds. The next is coffee pu'er tea. If it's pu'er, I really don't know, or if it's like I've never known how to pronounce it, but this coffee pu'er tea is really, really good. You have to like the flavor of coffee, which I do, but it's just a really solid coffee flavored tea. It's less strong than a coffee, of course, and it's got more of a brownish, almost chocolatey flavor to it. I'd say this one is one to watch out for, in a good way. It's got roasted coffee beans, natural coffee, almond and vanilla flavoring, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but almond and vanilla flavoring in that one as well. The next one is the cinnamon rooibos chai. Now, I'm not a huge chai fan. The only chai that I drink and that I'm like in love with is my aunt. She makes a chai using like a ton of ginger, and I love it. I die for her chai. Sometimes she has turmeric powder at her house too, so I'll like chuck in a bit of turmeric powder as well. But this cinnamon rooibos chai is really good as well. It's very cinnamony. It's kind of apple-ish, so watch out for that. If that's not something necessarily into, but I definitely do enjoy this tea. It's just not my first choice. And that one's a rooibos tea, of course. The next is really good, really mild and flowery, but not, it's like a chamomile tea, honestly, is their Dream On tea. Fantastic. I have no notes. It tastes like spring. It tastes like a flower. It's so good. The next two I'll talk about together, Bear Trap and Forever Nuts. These two are both fruit infusions. So good. They're very good. Forever Nuts is really nutty, and Bear Trap is really, it's tangy. It's definitely got that berry flavor to it. But I would say pick these up because they're just fun to try. Forever Nuts it has like actual, like chunks of nut in it, and they're fantastic. It's just like this really warm, hollow, nutty flavor, and it's just